Okay, welcome back to GLP Launchpad. On this edition, we are going to do a SpaceX Space Hoax Count featuring the original posting by Dr. Astro or Astromutt on GLP. The purpose of this video will be to see what kind of count we can rack up, counting the amount of posts that in an unsolicited fashion attack Dr. Astro or his original topic as being fake. And I mean asserting that space is fake or SpaceX is fake or something about the SpaceX launch he led with is fake. And let's get into it. Page 1 of 15. And I may speed up or skip some pages depending upon how exciting or boring this turns out to be. But the deplorable Astromutt, senior forum moderator, posted this on February 5th, 2018, and the title is SpaceX Launch of Falcon Heavy Demo Flight this afternoon. And he posted an associated video of the heavy test flight and another simulated video. He stated his facts, didn't allege that anything unusual was going on, nothing fishy there. Now let's see how the reactions went. And I will update my meter on the right for every post that alleges there's fakery going on. Down we go, back into the bowels of GLP, February 2018. I picked this thread because it had a high response count, and I need that to get some kind of ratio going. I'm going to take a look at fake hoax claim ratio numbers, the number of hoax claims versus regular replies, and see if there's a common ratio to these video counts that I'm doing. Just a little something extra to ponder. I'm not going to count negative posts like this one, cancel the Mars mission, we have too many important things to do on Earth. That's not going to go into my count. Remember, I'm just counting not necessarily negative replies, but replies alleging fakery of some kind. So I'm going down, and we will see what we can find. So far, first page, here we go. First page, we have a reply by an anonymous coward. It's fitting because space is all CGI. Have fun watching your holograms, though. Oh, and he's our first count. And let's go. Let's go. Don't forget to get everything peer-reviewed. I mean, peer review is an essential part of the scientific method. Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with the scientific method at all. It does have a lot to do with an exclusive priestcast, though. Okay, so in a roundabout way, this anonymous coward from the United Kingdom is alleging fakery. That's count number 2. And here we go with the response, but the response, of course, isn't that important. We need to get through this. Yep, Photoshop does great things nowadays. Oh, you're number 3. Okay, and Astromutt responds. And the thing about Astromutt is he does get into it and respond to nearly every single allegation of fakery or trickery. And somebody responds to Dr. Astro. Any chance of watching actual, real, non-CGI, non-breaking laws of physics landing videos? Millennials really suck in faking things. Okay, so there's number 4. Boom. And we're at number 4. Okay, going down. Ooh, last post to the page. Let's go to page 2. We're moving. Okay, so we might get a high count here. How do holograms and CGIs cause sonic booms? Okay, defending Dr. Astro. Let's look for our next hoax attack. Love all the "it's fake" comments. Just shows there's plenty of dicks still around worth taking to the cleaners one way or another. Okay, true enough. Let's see. is going to claim it's a hoax next? Who will do it? Who will step up to the plate? Wait a second. Wait a second. Ah, here's a doubter. But they're doubting Dr. Astro, but they're not. They're not saying the launch is fake or space is fake. Not in that post. So that was a close one, but it didn't count. Let's see. Ah, okay. Maybe that wasn't actually against Astro. That was against Elon Musk. Okay. Let's move on. Come on, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna claim it's all fake? Who will do it? Who will do it? Okay, well, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Have you not been following SpaceX, dummy? What has it actually achieved? Where is his money from? Meaning, where is Elon Musk's money from? Well, that came close to alleging it's a fraud, but not quite. So let's go down there. Let's go down. Well, we have one that says sinister Elon Musk is comprehensively outed in a brilliant paper by Miles W. Mathis. Mathis explains how Elon is an intelligence asset and company frontman. Could be, but again, no counter on that one. Okay. Let's just see here. All motels were full in Titusville. Okay, I'm sure they were. Page 3. More like fake X. Number 5. Let's see. Americans proud to be stupid. Oh, not just Americans. They're all over the earth. The globe earth. Let's see. Space tards. The programming is deep. No amount of reality will ever convince them otherwise. You can tell by their over-emotional reactions to criticism, facts, and debate. So I'm guessing that this is against the hoaxers. I could be wrong, so I'm not going to count it though. Yes, cognitive dissonance is real. And there are too many who see no space travel as fake, and the Earth is not a sphere to stop the spread of these revelations. Okay, now that one is a number 6. Okay. Boy, we're going to get a high count. It's going to be higher than my previous videos on this hoax count meter. I guess there might be a real rocket, but that landing looks CGI as fuck, and it ain't going to space. Boom, you're number 7. Number 7, baby. Okay, whatever happened to Virgin Airlines spacecraft? I never hear any more about that. Was it scribed? I think they mean scrubbed, but in any case, no fake allegation there. What happened to Branson's space experiment? You know, the charter flight to space. Good question, but no meter score there. Let's move down. Let's see. Say, Astro, after the launch landing, would you mind sliding down to lot 13 and get some vid of the beach critter space? Okay, just a casual question. No meter there. No spaceman on this one, just a car. Okay, I think that's referring to the launch where SpaceX had the Tesla sent into space, which again had its own fraud and fakery allegations, but it doesn't affect our score so far. Let's see. You all realize that Musk's and Bigelow's and Branson's private R&D on spacecraft is merely a cover for the U.S. going to the moon for the first time, so as not to anger American taxpayers with huge NASA budgets. Okay, so that's alleging that the Apollo missions were fake, but not alleging this is fake, so I can't actually count this, unfortunately. So I'm afraid we're going to have to go to page 4. And we're moving down, looking for allegations of fakery, looking for allegations of fraud, looking for allegations that the rocket is a giant balloon. And I've seen those before, by the way, but I haven't seen them on this thread yet. Let's see how outrageous these claims will get. And so far, no takers, no takers. We are not getting any fraud allegations here. Let's go down. Here's one doubting the viability of SpaceX. Falcon Heavy is going to go out of control and blow up 13 seconds after launch. Well, that could happen. That type of thing has happened many times before. However, it wouldn't either way affect our fraud meter. Let's see. Launch auto sequence. Push the button. Apparently people are waiting now. At this time, it was February 6th, 2018. It was the afternoon on GLP, and they're waiting. They're in a 30-minute launch window, and I guess they're waiting on a live stream to show the launch at this time. So that's interesting, but no counter found on page 4. So on page 5, we will see if we can find any allegations of fakery. And apparently it went off without a hitch because people are saying how amazing it was. Now, can I find an allegation of fakery? Wow, okay, no. Let's go to page 6. And at page 6, I see nothing. I see no allegations on page 6. Questions about the boosters. The spaceman chilling in the Roadster. Okay, so this was the launch. I have to correct my previous statement. This was the launch where the spaceman was inside the Tesla, and that was put into the payload section of this launch. Okay. So this is the one that should have plenty of fraud allegations, especially since Elon Musk kind of joked about that in an interview right afterward. So I'm waiting to see some. Here we go. From an anonymous coward. Just watched it. Based on the footage they showed, I'm more convinced it's CGI than ever. Number 1. And I think there is only a number 1. During the boosters landing, they used the same video for both boosters. It was so obvious that the announcer even had to remind the viewers that they were 2 different rockets. The both were aimed to land on the same pad, but then the camera shot changed to show them land perfectly together on 2 adjacent pads. SpaceX is a TV show. Okay, that is number 8. Now, what this poster says is not completely unfounded. I do recall there was some mix-up in the video feeds where even though the screen to the public said it was watching, they were seeing feeds from 2 different boosters, they were actually seeing the same feed from the same booster, just doubled, and that was a mistake that I believe YouTube actually allowed SpaceX to correct that by uploading the corrected footage. And there was a controversy about that too. So at the time, this particular post here that I'm highlighting wasn't completely unfounded suspicion-wise. There was a problem with the video feed. But here's the response. If it was simulated, they wouldn't have made sure that they had 2 videos of the rockets going to different pads. Seems more like operator error of selecting the same feed to put in both locations. Yes, exactly. That's most certainly what happened. But of course, it fed the people wanting to believe the conspiracy. It really did. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a joke. Someone in the company had actually done that as a test, maybe Musk himself, to see how many that would stir up. But they did correct it. If you watch the video today, that situation was corrected. You can see both boosters in their separate window feeds. CGI is so real that the countless people seeing it live are even fooled. Mind-blowing. Okay, there's number 9. We have number 9. And let's go down. Landing barge feeds. Yeah, people have criticized the landing barge feeds on several launches about how the video conveniently cuts out and then cuts back in, and the landing, the rocket stage is actually landed at that point. And I don't think that happened every time, but it has happened enough where it has fed the conspiracy mill. on GLP and all across YouTube. There's still a mystery about the core rocket booster. It was supposed to land on SpaceX's drone ship in the Atlantic, but smoke obscured the camera and then the feed cut out from vibrations on the deck. Space Twitter is concerned. Some photos to tide us over, and then there's a link to The Guardian. Yeah, that's what it's referring to. That's happened more than once, where the actual touchdown of the craft wasn't captured on the feed, or at least it wasn't on the live feed. So it's interesting, but it's certainly not proof of anything. Now my counter remains at 9, and well, let's see if it's going to go up here. You mean the cluster of SpaceX employees facing the camera and cheering on cue, or actual people who know, or actual people you know who have eyes on it? Okay, so they're saying that basically the cheering crowd of SpaceX employees is fake and it's cued. Well, yeah, it probably most certainly is, but they don't seem to be alleging that the launch itself is fake, so I'm not going to increase my counter. So a video feed is proof of CGI. Okay, there's a response that's valid. It was a success. I find it disconcerting that so many people bang on about CGI because their inability to tell the difference shows very poor observational skills on their part. Well, that is true, but I've also seen YouTube videos of controlled tests where they had people try to distinguish different scenarios between real and CGI, and the bulk of people got it wrong both ways. So it's nothing new that people, it's certainly not an emotional, it's certainly not an intelligence issue. Even the most intelligent people can mistake CGI for real and real for CGI. We're at that point, and we have been for quite a while. Let's see. The video from the side boosters re-entry was the same shot that they doubled. Everything was exactly the same on both shots, not CGI on the landings, just that the doubled shots coming down were manipulation. Well, yeah, I suppose they could have been. Again, that doesn't mean fraud or SpaceX fraud. That just means for some reason somebody might have deliberately doubled the feeds of the booster and into misrepresenting it as two separate boosters. And there could be more than one motive for that, even if it was deliberate, but there's certainly nothing to make my fraud meter go up. Let's see. I am looking for something to make it go from 9 to 10 on the right side over there. And I see nothing so far, no new allegations. Here's the flat earth reference, but made in jest, of course. Let's see. The tards will be right on you, calling you shill and liar. Well, of course, that's common for Dr. Astro. A lot of them like to do it just to stir him up, even if they don't completely believe their nonsense. Okay. Let's see here. Here's somebody that does question it. What the fuck is with all the schoolboy cheering? Sounds like the circus that it is. Simultaneous landing? Seriously? This is a joke. It really makes no sense when you analyze the details. It has the aerodynamics of a pencil, but somehow turns around, traveling 2,000 miles per hour, steers itself back, and lands precisely on the landing pad in less than 5 minutes. What a hoot. Okay, so that's going to go to number 10. That's definitely an allegation of fraud. Are you talking about the CGI, right? In response to this up here, that's number 11. These kind of things just show that the IQ level has been dropping, and it does show. One study was published that nowadays only 5% of English kids can solve problem. That in year 1994 was easy for 25% of students. So thank you for everything, Dr. Astro. Well, yeah, it does show not necessarily that their IQ is dropping, but it shows that the educational level is dropping. Not exactly the same thing. You can still have plenty of brain capacity, but be totally uneducated, or even partially uneducated. Let's see if we can find something to bring us, here we go, to number 12. We have the landing looked CGI, point of view too well placed. Would be nice to see another angle. Wondering why no uploads to Twitter from the peanut gallery. Okay, I'm going to count that as an allegation of fraud because the landing looked CGI and the point of view was too well placed. So, yeah, you could say that about a lot of real things that just film real nice and that have the right depth of camera depth of focus, depth of field, I guess is what we're looking for. Certain depths of field from camera positions do look fake. Doesn't mean it's fake. Yet you believe man landed on the moon. Douche nozzle. Okay, so click number 13. Let's see, a refutation of the CGI, and then reference to, okay, somebody's claiming a UFO can be seen in the YouTube video. Landing point of view is just too convenient for a lazy graphics artist. Let's count that as number 14. Here we go. This alleges fraud, not necessarily complete hoax, but let's read. Also pretty sure the core booster missed. If you watch true video towards the end, on the right-hand side in the background, you can see multiple video feeds. On one of the feeds, you can see the barge. It goes smoky, then you can see a flash and it goes away. Then you can clearly see the barge with no rocket on it. Whereas the other feeds, you can see the boosters. No way it landed. Okay, so it is alleging fraud. Now we're at 15. No, I'm a clear-thinking skeptic with an engineering degree that refuses to believe the lies that are force-fed upon the normal people. Okay, so somebody's already alleged fraud and they're doing it here, so I'm not going to count that double. I will sometimes count things double, but that's too obvious and I won't do it there. Now, if you read my post, you can see for yourself it fails to land. If you look at the end of the video, you can see the barge. Okay, he's repeating that. Oh, I see. Are you one of those engineers that are convinced charges or a scalar weapon brought down the Twin Towers too? Okay, that's definitely somebody not buying the BS. Okay. Video of core booster landing. GLPers used to want out of the matrix. Now they embrace it. Okay, so he's continuing on, but we're still going to stay at 15 because it's the same person. Let's check lower. I was just about to respond to one of those morons claiming CGI, but then I collected myself. Don't feed the trolls. Yeah, but it's too irresistible. This is GLP, and it's hard to resist, isn't it? The point is to respond and feed these people. Feed the trolls. Otherwise, the threads die out too fast, don't they? Let me go on to the next page, and number 9 out of 15, see if we can get a better ratio here. Better as in more fraud allegations. Let me see here. On the upside, anyone as mentally challenged as you will likely fail to breed. Okay. That's, well, not likely. It's like the dumber you are, the more you breed. So actually, no. Okay, here's one. Fake X. Boom. 16. Let's see. Personal insults. And okay, here's one. Funny how one point of view is jammed down our throats. Only one camera on site then. Well, good enough then. Okay, sarcasm, but alleging fakery. Don't listen to the morons. Core stage. Unsuccessful. Got enough money for 27 motors, but only one camera for landing. Could be just a complaint about filming budget, not necessarily fraud, so I'm keeping it at 17. Something very weird about Musk. No facial hair, high waxed looking brows, and wide thighs. I am seriously starting to suspect he's a eunuch. Those elite billionaires are into some scary practices. Yeah, and I've heard the ones where he's actually a tranny, a secret tranny. Irrelevant to our fraud count here, though. Flat Earthers, where are you now? Let's see. What's with the... Okay. What's with the crowd cheering in the background? Why did only one booster kick up dust on the landing pad? Why so fake and gay? Okay, I'd say that counts as allegation of fraud. Okay, this one here is not quite an allegation of fraud. Not sure what the point is. I'm not going to count that as a click, as a count on that one. In multiple views, you can see the Earth as both concave and convex, like every other video claiming that the Earth is round. Why is that? Okay, so that's a claim of fraud from the flat Earth angle, because it's very familiar to me from YouTube. It's a beautiful launch. Let's see, the coolest thing. So is the car floating free? Here's some time codes. Somebody's questioning like a glitch in the transmission of the video. And so they're alleging problems and maybe fraud. I'm going to count that as fraud. Number 20. Thought the launch was awesome. Is there air in the car's tires? I don't want to read 6 pages, so I'm just going to ask. Did the middle rocket make it to the ship at sea? Did it crash, or has no one said anything? Okay. Oh, come on, people. Don't be that lazy. I can click through these things easily. Put some wrist effort into it. You can just, you click that left button and you can go right through these pages. Let's see. Looking for a way to get to number 21 on my count. Okay, watching you globe earthers fall for this total CGI hoax. Keep sucking your thumb. Posted from the United Kingdom by an anonymous coward. That is number 21. Now the count is old enough to drink, at least in most all of the U.S. Okay, no confirmation or denial on the barge. Somebody talking about the wide-angle lens. Surely this is bull slip about the car. I cannot imagine the government side of things going along like that. All the old rules about contamination of other environments, blah, blah, and so forth. Doesn't everything that flies have to go through that no matter where it goes? Oh, he means decontamination. No, and that's not an allegation of fraud, so I can't count that. The fact that they inserted a Tesla Roadster into the footage is pure mockery. Is the Roadster orbiting the Earth now? Okay, that's an allegation of fraud. And no, the Roadster is not orbiting Earth. It went out into space. Okay, so moving on, going on to Mars. So the other guy said it might have tipped over. Does that mean that this was all fake? Why would they only show positive results? Why would they launch a Tesla car into space? Why not use some university's experiments like a satellite so that at least some science would get done instead of taxpayer-subsidized commercials? Well, okay, there's a point there about commercialization and propaganda and budget concerns, but I can't count it as a hoax, a claim. Let's see, somebody talking about attending launches, somebody talking about Van Allen belts, they tested nukes. Come on, are we looking for number 23 here? Let's see if we can find our 23rd allegation. Complete bullocks, plus. Okay, short and sweet, number 23. Okay. Yeah, 15 minutes ago, it looked like the car was going through a parade of confetti. Have no idea what that was. I can see that there would be a debris field traveling with the car from rocket and clamshell separation, but their particles were whizzing past in the background and not staying with the car. So I'm going to count that 24 as an allegation of some kind of video fakery. Yep, somebody despairing the people claiming hoax. Okay. Space News conference about to start. Let's see, page 11. And let's see. Somebody recording the press conference just heard the word sabotage whispered while the lady stood in front of the man opening the what? Okay, somebody's getting a little imagination going here. You witnessed a launch. That's the key catchphrase. Did you witness any more than that? No, of course not. Why? Because after the launch, the rocket arced in a flat trajectory like they all do, and ended up in the ocean. You people baffle the shit out of me. So there we go. That's the flat Earth angle. I've seen it in many videos. He's saying rockets don't go into space, they arc, and then they fall into the ocean out of view. So that makes number 25 on page 11. So wow, we're getting quite a ratio. We're getting quite a ratio of bullshit claims here. Okay, somebody's questioning why using wide-angle lenses on the cameras. Somebody else is claiming they had a great view. Let's see, any more bullshit claims, hoax claims to try to get me from 25 to 26. Let's see, core stage, videos that are gone. Well, yeah, it was over a year ago, so I guess the videos could be gone. Probably copyright strikes. Let's see. Here we go. Interesting stuff doesn't get pinned here. Thread. SpaceX purposefully mocks viewers by showing a car in space, then ground, then in space. Okay, I'm going to claim that's a claim of hoax. 26. You mean like the Apollo mission rockets that faked their way to the non-existent deep space and the fake moon landings, etc., etc. Okay, let's go 27. Okay. Anyone promoting the SpaceX propaganda needs to be taken outside and clubbed like a baby seal. 28. Okay. Fake X, 29. If anything ever reached the supposed Earth escape velocity, it would melt from friction before it reached, melt from friction before it reached fake space. 30. After watching him in live conference, I have to agree his facial movements seemed like they were AI, very odd. 31. Let's see, if it hit anywhere near that barge at that kind of speed, no wonder the video cut out. Okay. They're trying to explain the camera glitch on landing. Can someone please explain why there is a lack of visible ice crystals or water on the car? Correct me if I'm wrong. I do recall seeing ice or cold window on an airplane. Oh yeah, I forgot space is in an innate environment. I may be wrong, whereas a plane is constantly moving. Thus ice formation due to speed, air, LOL. Okay, I'm going to claim 32 because it's a little more than ignorance. They're trying to say something's fishy with that. Let's see. Thank you for sharing. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no. Somebody was commenting on the wide-angle lens. Roll on the floor laughing. The most hilarious fact is that GLP is a conspiracy forum inhabited by baby seals. Uh-oh. That's 33. Somebody's claiming fakery. Let's see. Okay, somebody refuting the camera theory, camera angles. Okay, all I know is I've seen the landing from 2 CGI points of view. Whenever I put out a camera, I've got another looking at it. Okay, 34, claiming fakery. Rumors has it that Elon Musk said that it's really the Stig that was the driver on this rocket. Haha, okay. Are you home yet? Elon Musk is tripping balls right now. He just said so in the news conference. Somebody's questioning the glitch in the video, but not necessarily claiming fraud, so I won't count that. Let's see. Are there any more fraud claims? Okay. I am still completely mind blown. People believe that car is in space. Are you fucking kidding me? Boom, 35. Okay. Slowly, people are waking up. Craziest part is Astromutt is not even a shill. He actually believes space is real and could not even comprehend it is not because it would prove he was tricked his whole life. I feel terrible for a lot of people. All will be revealed when death takes us. 36. Claiming a religious angle and a fake angle. Very scary. Let's see. It must be troll mating season in this thread. Yeah, it could be. except they're not trolls. A lot of them actually believe what they're saying, that SpaceX is fake and space is fake. Not sure why anyone would think this launch didn't happen. Saw it myself. Okay. Let's see here. How does the car dashboard and interior parts not melt? Is the car made out of different materials? Okay, they're not necessarily claiming fakery, just claiming they want to know why the car looks perfect as it's in space. Let's see. Let's see, going to page 13 out of 15. We've got a count of 36. Going down, looking for some quick fakery. Okay, what's with the green screen fail at 4155? Can someone explain this? The Earth actually reverses itself as well. Okay, claiming a glitch in the video or what they perceived as a glitch is somehow fakery. 37. There is really no excuse in believing this space nonsense after pre-puberty. They should seek professional help to remove their fantasies. Boom, 38. Let's see, I've seen the videos. Okay, here's somebody upset that somebody questioned his questions on the cameras, but it doesn't really count. I think I might have counted him before. Let's see. Okay, who's the retard? You are if you believe this latest fakery is real. And yes, the sun does revolve around the Earth. Watch the principle, and you'll hear today's top scientists admit that the math and cosmic microwave background noise confirm geocentrism. Okay, so here's geocentrism and fakery. 39. Okay, we're still here watching the fake X nonsense and patiently waiting for you all to work through your cognitive dissonance. Okay, I'll count that as 40. Flat Earth Disclosure 2018, a great awakening indeed. 41. There's your cross-pollination with Flat Earth. We get it in every thread. There's one right there. Seriously? Liquid fuel rockets? This shit is so 1920s. Chitty Bang Bang could do this shit. Come on, guys. Not sure if that's a hoax claim or claiming it's not a big deal. I'll not count it for now. Let's see. Is there another fake claim? Because I'm not quite seeing it. Okay. 14 out of 15. We're at 41. And okay, there is no way it is in low Earth orbit. They're showing nearly the entire Earth in view at times from a Tesla camera. Okay, they're claiming fakery, so I'm going to put it at 42. They're claiming something's going on different than what SpaceX says. Let's see. Clouds are fleeting. They think a globe is a Photoshop trick or lens trick. Sad to hear the barge didn't work out. Okay, that's criticizing the flat earthers. Let's see. SpaceX are honest. Okay, well, they weren't allowed to use the camera too long, were they? NASA production crew probably would need to be there to stop the feed if something showed up all of a sudden. If something showed up all of a sudden. Not a claim of fakery, just a claim that they're helping NASA cover up UFOs, perhaps. Different subject, and it doesn't affect the counter. Let's see. Let's see, here we go. Do we have any other claims of fakery? We have some talk about Astromut software for satellite tracking. And I'm looking for something to get me to 43, and we're going to the last page, page 15. page 15 on the fraud count, and we're at 42. And I'm going down to find, let's see if we can get just one more fraud allegation. And I'm not seeing it. Seen lots of pretty pictures, but lots of gone videos. And let's see. Here's something interesting. Thanks to a fraudulent copyright claim by anonymous coward Jason Katera, my original Falcon Heavy video has now been removed from YouTube, and I now have 3 copyright strikes. YouTube say they are deleting my account in 7 days, and in the meantime I have no ability to upload any new videos. Well, see, that's what happens when you go to war against the Flat Earth community. Dr. Deplorable Astromutt, in many forums, has gone to war against the Flat Earthers. On this forum and on YouTube, even guest appearing on other people's channels. And yeah, the price is they do fraudulent copyright strikes and every other thing to try to shut you down. Because, you know, even the ones that aren't true believers, they need you to stop slowing their traffic because they depend upon that income, even if they know it's a fraud. So anyway, that is unfortunate that happens. But we have a 42 count on this long thread, this 15-page thread. Now that's a pretty good ratio. We've got 42 fraud hoax claims versus 15 pages. That's the highest count yet in any of my series, and I'm hoping to get higher counts in the future, and that'll be something for the next video. In the meantime, have a good one, guys.